stall offensively, and you're still trying to learn the playbook and get acclimated. When you go out there and let's say you have a turnover like today, what do you do to kind of get yourself back in rhythm when you get in the huddle for the next 2 periods?
Treat it like a touchdown. Just go to the next play. A lot's going to happen, and I mean, you learn a lot out there each play, and that's just my focus right now.
Well, we haven't talked to you since rookie minicamp, just since the start of that through now. Where do you think you made the most growth?
I think from a standpoint of the playbook and the verbiage and understanding, the operation and the process that goes within calling a play and getting to the line of scrimmage and making sure everybody's ready to make the play work.
What did you do kind of between the end of spring drills and then the start of training camp, and how much did you study the playbook and all that kind of stuff?
So I finally got a quick minute to catch my breath, and right before we get back to work, and I last a little bit of time off, and so rested the body a little bit, and then jumped right back into it to get ready for camp. And camp's going to be a long few weeks, and you can treat that as getting ready and preparing as well. So just kind of ramping back into training camp, and excited to be back out on the field with the guys.
This first week of camp, what surprised you the most about an NFL camp?
It's I feel like it's very similar to college camps. I mean, we're up here all day. It's all about football. It's all about the grind, and I think the most fun part, honestly, is just the time with the guys, and you're really spending time with them for the first time, because OTAs is here and gone, and we had just joined the team, so you don't get much time before they go on break to really get to know them. So that's what I'm really enjoying right now, and expect camp to get tougher and tougher as we go, but that's part of it, and I honestly think that's the fun part, is when it gets tough and you put the pads on and you get closer to games.
Do you sense the competition has ramped up since you came back?
Well, it hadn't ramped up because it was pretty high to begin with. So I feel like we have a great, healthy competition going on. And, it's good to be in a room with those guys. I learn so much from them. I pick up, a lot of information from them day by day, really play by play. So sitting in meetings with them is great, and watching them on the field is great. And then we're just, we got great relationships already, and we continue to build those.
What's the key to playing well in the red zone, and how much does it test your knowledge of an offense when you're down there?
Well, the windows get tighter, but they can only do, a few things. The field gets tighter for them too. They don't have as much field space to work with. But a lot of red zone is game plan, and it's tough to go in. We were talking about it today. You go into an install day, and you're installing your red zone plays, and they're installing theirs, and you're not necessarily game planning for their defense. So we could run a play that's not necessarily fit for a coverage, but we could also run a play that's perfect for a coverage. So same thing for a defense. They're going to have to scheme up our formations and our routes and run plays, and so red zone's tough. So once you get down there, the field shrinks, and it's all about just converting, red zone third downs, and knowing you got points and just trying to get touchdowns.
Well, what are the challenges when it comes to the fact that you guys are rotating with 3 guys, that you don't have that work day in, day out with a particular receiver to kind of learn the habits? Is that kind of a challenge for you?
Well, the good thing about us is we rotate receivers, so you could be going with any group and get any receiver, and so I feel like we do a great job of those guys are moving through, going through the process as well. They're in a huge competition as well, so I think all of us on the field, nobody has their job solidified, and that's how we practice. We go out and compete every day, and everybody has that mindset. Now, there's several guys that they're going to go out there and play on Sundays, but I also think that they have that mindset of competing, and they're not going to give up their job either.
Last 2 for Bo.
Competition. How do you balance taking care of the ball with taking chances? Because sometimes you can just want to turn into check downs to prevent turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you probably were in a couple, maybe 1 year at Auburn and that first year at Oregon. Did you learn anything from those that you can apply when you're in a competition year?
Yeah, every year since high school I've been in a competition, but I think when you look at the red zone and being what's the risk versus what's the reward, and thanks, Alex. And a lot of the times you go per play, and sometimes down and distance means a lot, and coverage dictates a lot, but it's all about being confident, and sometimes you do take a risk, and sometimes it doesn't work out for you, but those you minimize and you learn from. But at the same time, you don't want to be a gun-shy quarterback. So no matter what, just have great confidence in the plays and the players and go out there and execute it. And if it's not there, then check it down. But it's also about experience, and you see looks that you like, and then you get to come back to. But sometimes it's not a good look. You just check it down and go to the next play.
It looks like you're having fun out there.
Oh, it's a blast. The NFL is a lot of fun. I'm so excited to be here. I'm a part of a great team. We have a great culture, great staff. I mean, it's hard not to love, where I'm at right now, but also not complacent. So the joy and the enthusiasm you see on the field, it's all about, what can I do to make this team better, no matter what position I'm in. And so that's, I think, what's my greatest joy is that I get to go out here every day and make a team better. And that's a lot of fun. And I think we all have that mindset, and that's why we're going to, have a good football team.
Well, you mentioned that you're no stranger to quarterback competitions. So
Say it again.
You mentioned that you're no stranger to quarterback competitions. What is this one like?
Well, this is the first one in the NFL, but they're all competitions. I mean, every day, no matter what stage you're on, you're in a competition with yourself. And so I think as I move forward, no matter what year, whether, I've had experience, whether it's my first time this year or whatever, I'm always competing with myself. And I think if I compete with myself at a high standard, then no matter, who's around me, they're going to get, my best. But at the same time, competing with yourself it's a daily quest for success. And I think, if I achieve my personal best, then I'm not only doing the team a favor, but I'm doing those guys that are competing against me a favor because they're getting my best. So that's all I can do, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. And competition is the main point of life. So that's what I enjoy doing.
Last one, Woody Page.
Yeah, you've been a starter since you were a freshman in Auburn for a long time. How badly do you want to continue that streak of being a starter? And would you be acceptable to being a backup for a year or two in the backup?
Well, I don't know if I have a choice on that one, if I accept it or not. If I want to stick around, I better accept it. But I also don't necessarily want to become complacent and say, you know what, it's my rookie year. I'm okay with sitting back and hanging out and learning. I have full confidence and trust in these coaches and this team. They'll play me when I'm ready, and I'm going to do my best to get ready. And so that's all I can do. But I also think you owe it and respect the other guys who are in the competition. They also want to be the starter too, and they also, are going to have to accept what happens. So it's not an easy thing, but at the same time, we're all mature, and we've all been here, done that before. And so whatever they decide, that's what we're going with. But, we're all just giving it our best right now.
Do you ever think back to your last appearance in Seattle?
I think about that a lot. It's one of those things that, honestly, I hope I never forget. Because of the learnings, things that happen. But, it's only fitting I get to start there this year, and that's where my NFL journey takes off. And so we're going to be ready to roll, and we're going to come out with some enthusiasm and hopefully not let that happen again. Thank y'all.